Thank you to the Hollywood Reporter for inviting me to share this day with you, and congratulations to the fascinating, extraordinary women being honored for your leadership and your engagement. Storytelling holds an extraordinary power, one that shapes not simply our thoughts, but our vision. A good narrative can call people to action, change lives, and set the course for our futures. I learned the power of good storytelling from a young age. You see, my parents worked hard, but still struggled to make ends meet. My mother referred to us as the genteel poor. We had no money, but we watched PBS and we read books. As a librarian, she showed us how to dream through the pages of novels, places we would never see. My dad was a shipyard worker. He left home every morning before daybreak. But by the end of the week, he never failed to tuck us in on Friday nights with these never-ending bedtime stories that rivaled the best sagas ever penned by Octavia Butler or Charlotte Bronte. Mom would sign us up as volunteers so we could go and see plays for free. And as a family, we would watch miniseries on TV or venture to a matinee to see tall tales come to life. That's why being in this room is amazing. Because beyond our home, my parents made sure that we volunteered, despite us pointing out to them that we were also poor. They would remind us that no matter how little we had, there was someone with less, and our job was to serve that person. We held the hands of the homeless, and we learned to ask about their biographies. We would tend to the elderly in nursing homes and learn to sit and listen to their recollections and hear their loneliness. When my parents both became United Methodist ministers, I saw how they used the power of stories and the prose of action to weave the possibility of a better world for those we served. I have carried this love of storytelling for me in every form, every day. As a romantic suspense writer, Selena Montgomery, I crafted characters with plot lines where women who looked like me did things few Black women ever dreamed of. Ethnobotanists saving small villages and falling in love with handsome, flawed leading men who learned to do as they were told. As an attorney, I wove complex explanations for my clients' tax issues and gave the IRS a reason to believe. But most importantly, from my political and civic work, from state legislator to candidate for governor of Georgia, my work was rooted in the knowledge that the stories of people of color, of the marginalized, of the disadvantaged, were too often footnotes in our stories, not chapters. Instead of ignoring them, our campaign centered these communities, and it worked. Because our mission was simple: for every person to feel in their gut that they were seen and heard and valued, that their stories too carried power and meaning, purpose and grace. And this is the power that you all possess as leaders here in Hollywood. With a word, with a scene, with a script, you become advocates for the voiceless. You become the ciphers that tell the full truth of who we are as a society. And you are the oracles of our current age, defining our challenges, calling us all to action through your work. And as women, you have leveraged your space to highlight our complexity, our strength, our capacity for greatness, and our capacity for redemption. When I ran for governor, I was told that to be successful, I had to change my look, hide all of my past mistakes, and use smaller words. I'm sure far too many women in this room can relate, being told that who we are is not enough to be what we imagine. But my experience of running for governor as a sturdy Black woman with natural hair and my mother's gap doing so reminded me of the power of authenticity and truth-telling, even when it's painful, embarrassing, and difficult. Because when we are not honest about who we are, we give others permission to lie to us. Instead, we must tell our truths on screen, in boardrooms, and behind the scenes. We must be honest about the challenges that exist for women, particularly women of color in this industry, in order to find the solutions that will empower others. But I know that you can inspire a nation to accept that our stories are valid no matter how imperfect they may be. to uplift the voices of those who wait in the shadows to hear someone whisper their name, to demand action on behalf of all of us. This, women of entertainment, powerful women, this is our power. This is our responsibility. And I tell you today with no hesitation, this is our moment. So congratulations, and let's get it done. Thank you so much.